Welcome to the Rapscallions podcast with Steven, Nick, Dylan, Dustin, and Brandon.
Welcome into the Rapscallions podcast, and we are the Rapscallions. Minus 1, 2, or 3.
Or 3. I don't know. There's something missing. Can't keep track of all that.
Yeah. Yep. So we're rocking the two-man show.
It's the two-man show. 2 guys, 4 thighs.
Because we're the two best friends that anyone can have.
The bestest. We're
Yep.
besties.
Just me and Dylan
Just
rocking it.
2 pimp daddies.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. You know what? I don't understand.
Life.
Yes, but besides that is why in the world do they make Braille on drive-up ATMs?
I was wondering that too. Or like drive-thrus.
Yeah, just in general, I guess. Yeah, because, I mean, a blind person wouldn't be driving.
You would hope not.
So, but damn it, they put the Braille on the ATM buttons, though.
What if it's like a carriage? You know, they got the service dog just leading them, pulling, you know?
Yeah. Damn, bro, this like 1850.
Dog just pulling the like sled dogs,
Yeah.
you know?
Mush.
Then he, you know, gets out. I mean, like, even if the blind person is a passenger in the car, they're supposed to get out and walk up to the window and fill it. Like, what's the idea there?
Yeah, that's a great question. The only thing that I can think of is that whatever company makes these buttons for these ATMs, wherever they make these buttons, that they just make them all with Braille on them, and then just boom, they all have Braille on them. I guess maybe they're too cheap to let's do these ones with Braille and these ones without Braille.
Yeah, true, I guess.
Or maybe it's a law. You know, I don't know, but it just makes you wonder, you know?
Maybe it's so they can walk up to it. But then again, how they know there's an ATM there?
Yeah, and why would I mean, I guess they can have their cane, but I mean, they still have to walk through a parking lot to get to the ATM, right? So, questions
Interesting.
that the world just will never know.
Interesting ones at that, man. But another thing is, like, you go to a fast food place, okay, and it seems like the messier the meal you order, the less napkins they give you. Motherfuckers.
That is true. Yep. Oh, this one's going to get all over the place. You know what? Here's half a napkin.
Yeah. Use your shirt, dumbass.
Yeah. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
That's why I'm not allowed to wear white.
Yeah, me either.
Cause
Guaranteed to spill something every time.
Yeah, and every time I go to like Taco Bell and I'm wearing something light, I just never open up the packet right. So when I squeeze it, it just shoots all over me.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Just a clumsy motherfucker, man.
Yep, that's me. It's like, if I wear white, you guarantee that I'm going to get something on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like when I'm on my way to work and I get some French toast sticks. I love them, but I hate getting them in the car because you got to dip them in the syrup, and I always drip syrup all over my ass.
All over your ass. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Everywhere. It gets everywhere.
What's going on? Do tell. What's going on there? That'd be a sticky situation, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, it has spilled it. Boom, it gets on the seat, misses my leg, and then I don't notice it, and then I just, you know, getting in and out of the car, and it's bound. I'm sure it's happened at least once or twice.
I'm just imagining syrup slowly trickling out of a bottle onto a bare ass.
Yeah. All right, who wants to lick it off?
Just when you get a bunch of people over and just come out. Who's licking the syrup?
Yeah. We're having an ass licking party. You want to come?
Yeah. Oh, I'll come.
Ooh. Yeah, or you know what? Another one. You know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds them?
Why do they call it a pair of pants if it's just one thing? I mean, yeah, there's 2 leg holes, but you don't call a shirt a pair of shirt because it has 2 armholes.
Yeah, I mean,
Why is it called a pair of pants?
oh dang!
I mean,
man.
doesn't that just blow your mind?
That's an interesting one right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Why not just called pants? Which I know, people do call them pants, but generally a pair of pants.
Yeah.
But it's not a pair of pants. It's one pant.
That,
It should be called pant.
true. Because it's not called shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you have multiple. So I guess if you have multiple it's pants.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, like you think, okay, another one. You ship something in a car or vehicle. It's called a shipment. But if you ship something in a boat, it's called cargo.
That is, yep. That's another one.
Like, why?
Yeah. Does it just blow your mind? I mean, this is it. This is stuff that just blowing everybody's mind.
Yeah. I think somebody just did it just to, just to make people think, like, why? Just to fuck with people. There's no reason for it.
Yeah. Haha, they'll think I had some.
Yeah, like there's a deeper meaning.
Yeah. Reminds me
Oh.
like authors or, people who wrote movies or something, and they ask them, "Oh, I really liked how you made the character do, went along this long journey, and then his sole purpose was he thought it was to find love, but it was actually just to find himself, And the dude's like, or the author's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Do you
Sure.
I always wonder, like, do you, when somebody finds something a deeper meaning in something, how often do you think that the author of that, whatever it is, do you think they just go along with it, like, oh yeah, totally, I totally meant to do that?
Right. Wow, that's a good. Yeah, that is what I meant.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I wonder how many of them are actually honest and like, no, actually, I just wrote that because,
just wrote the damn book. And
yeah.
You interpret it like that. Yeah, but I don't know. That shit's hard to me. Like, when you look at something and try to, everybody's like, "Oh, there's a deeper meaning to this, deeper meaning to that." What if there ain't, man? What if it's just what
it is? What it is.
Yeah. Just take that shit at face value.
Yeah, I'm sure there's. Like I said, I'm sure there are some things out there that they meant it to take it. They meant it to be face value, but sometimes people make something out of it where there's not.
Then like devote their life to it, and it really wasn't even that.
Insane.
But fucking membrane.
So I was speaking of crazy stuff. I was going down the YouTube rabbit hole.
It can be a dark place.
Yes. And I came across this video that actually ended up being pretty damn interesting, as most do when you're kind of going down that path. But the title of it was Man Has Near-Death Experience. And then basically he has a near-death experience and he experienced some stuff. And it was just him telling his story. And
so what's his story?
So he let me see his man, I can't think of his name, but maybe we'll post on YouTube. We will post the video of it. But anyways, I forgot his name, but he was, he's on a podcast or something. Or no, he's on a YouTube channel, and he's getting interviewed, and he's telling this story about how he died. So he was a firefighter, and he he was, you know, there was a fire. He was a firefighter in California, and they were at a fire, and you know this apartment building was on fire, and so he went in. There was one woman trapped in there, and he went in there to excuse me, to save her, and he took his mask off, his oxygen mask, and put it on her, and she was breathing and everything, and you know, and he went to go, you know, he carried her out, he saved her and everything, but come to find out she had like the flu or something, like some kind of virus, and so he put his oxygen mask back on him, you know, and he got this sickness that I can't remember if it was the flu or something or whatever, but he started feeling real bad, and so he ended up the next couple of days he ended up going to the hospital, and he was, you know, he passed out, and they had to, you know, he ended up having to go in the ICU and everything, and then he died for, I think they said like a minute or something. His heart stopped for like a minute, but he had pneumonia, and anyways, all this thing. But anyways, he was telling the story about what he saw and everything, and it was pretty crazy. Like he said his body was, or he left his body, and he was floating through what he called it like space, like just like imagine like Star Trek, like, you know, they go into hyperspeed, you know, and they're zooming and you see all the stars going by. It was like that, he said, but it was just him, you know, and he was floating in this, looked like space, and just floating. And he said he felt like just safe, like he wasn't scared or anything, you know. And so he was floating, like, he said it seemed like it took forever, you know, but he finally came to this. He said it was a bright light at the end, and he went, you know, into it, and he ended up at this, he said it was like a facility, like they had beds, like hospital beds, almost looking like looked like some kind of research facility. And he said there was these stairs. It was, he said it was 8 stories pretty much. You go up 8 flights of stairs, and he said the higher up it got, the more he said there were these creatures. They were like humanoid creatures, but they were really short, had wide faces and everything. And he said that they were, you know, just real nice and everything. And he said that as you went higher up in these staircases, there's 8 of them. He said the higher up, the wider that their clothes got. So their clothes were wider and wider, and at the very bottom were the ones that had like black robes on. And so as he was, he said then they took him up 1 flight of stairs, and he went to this room where he said that they spoke to him, and they said, hey, they asked him how his experience was. And he said he was really confused, you know, and basically he said, he explained it, that it almost like, you know, your body is just a vessel, you know, that you stay on Earth for however long your body is alive, and then you move on to whatever this place is. But anyway, so they were asking him how was the trip, you know, and then he said he started to get a weird feeling, and he said that there was this tall figure, looked like a person, you know, looked like a tall guy, you know, and he came down, and he was smiling all the time and said, hey, you know, he said that he asked him how his experience was, and he's like, And then he said as soon as he started to talk, the tall guy said, no, well, you're not done yet with your work. You need to go back. And then he said the guy just kind of smiled at him, and then he said everything started to dematerialize. And then everything went black first, and then he said almost like a vacuum sucked him out of whatever this place was. And he said it went down, and then he said the light kept on going further and further away, and then it got completely black. And then he woke up in the hospital bed.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. So
Yeah, so I was listening to this like, man, this is nuts, you know? This is pretty reassuring if this is anywhere even near, you know, the truth.
Right. So it's like, it seems like he's just talking about, so we're just pretty much working, and just like when you die, your vessel leaves, and then you tell them what you've pretty much experienced, which is research.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it. Yeah, that's pretty much what he kind of explained it to be like. Like, it's just, you know, everybody is on their own journey, and when you get done, you get to come home. He also said that he felt like he was home when he was there too.
Huh.
And almost like he said he got this weird feeling that it felt like they knew who he was, but he had no idea who they were, you know, almost as if like he had been there before.
Right. Huh.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy, you know. And and the way he was telling it, like I said, it was just, you could tell 100% that he believed it. Yeah. And you know, it was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was basically like I said, he you know, there was this, and he said that there were 8 levels to it. Like, obviously, you know, there's more questions that I'm sure a lot of people will have, including that I had, you know. But it's pretty crazy. It just makes you wonder, like, what if that's, you know, what if even some of that is true, you know, because nobody really knows for sure
until you die.
Yeah,
you can't tell nobody.
Yeah, but it kind of so, you know, I had you know, a few years ago, you know, I almost died like twice, you know. But the weird part is I don't know, maybe I wasn't close enough or something, but like it was like I was asleep, man. Like, yeah. I didn't get any kind of, you know, everybody asks you, you know, people who have died and came back, you know, like, oh, well, what'd you see? You know, it's like the first question. It's like me, I didn't see anything. It was like I wasn't even like, it's like I was asleep, wasn't even dreaming. You know?
That's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but you know,
just and nothingness.
Yeah, that would be depressing as shit.
Yeah.
Depressing as shit. But I mean, it just, you know, like I said, there's probably plenty of factors that, you know, like I said, like maybe I wasn't, you know, that, because like this dude's heart stopped for like a whole minute. You know, mine wasn't that severe as far as I know, you know. So, I mean, mine was just like a second, you know, like a couple seconds and resuscitate, and then boom, my heart stopped again. So, or started again. So maybe that's what it was, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
But, probably, you know, not everybody.
You didn't get a chance to get there yet, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe I was just starting, because he did say that when he got pulled back out, it ended in complete darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So he started in complete darkness, and when he got pulled back, it ended in complete darkness. So, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it wasn't long enough, so I wasn't even able to. That's crazy, though, to think about. Like, even saying it now gives me a little goosebumps, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I saw this video, and I just figured I'd share because it was pretty damn interesting. Like, I mean, even regardless of of what you believe, if you're religious or not religious, you know. I'm sure everybody would love the answer to that question, you know. What happens after you die?
Yeah. It would definitely change a lot of aspects of, you know what I mean? Depending on what everybody found out. Like, if everybody did find out what happens after death somehow, I feel like people would, I don't know, live differently.
So you think, well, that's a good question though. So basically if there was no repercussions or anything mattered after you died, no matter what you did, you think it would change a lot of people's outlooks?
I think there's a lot of people that are only good because they believe it'll take them to a better place in the afterlife.
Yeah.
And if you wipe that out, I think their moral compass will change a little bit.
That's a good question. That's a good point. Interesting. Yeah, this episode is a little deeper than our others, but you know,
Yeah.
give some variety. A little bit of variety.
Bringing it to you guys deep.
Yeah. But you know, I think it's, you know, we can do, it's about that time though. We can do this, you know, our old trusty Dylan's Rando.
Yeah. It's the
Let's do it.
best thing going.
Dylan's Rando. Bring on those facts.
Alrighty. Y'all ready to hear this shit? Or you? Are you ready?
Yes.
Steven?
Yes. I think and the listeners are as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know.
Mm-hmm.
This is what everybody waits for. It's now here. That time.
The wait is over.
Yeah. So now you can find out about the fact that medical errors cause around 250,000 deaths every year in the United States.
Medical errors. $250,000 deaths.
No, 250,000 deaths.
1,000 deaths.
No doll hairs.
Just
Just
deaths.
deaths. Yeah.
No dollars, just death. Wow. Yeah. But I guess on the other hand, you'd rather have them at least try.
Is it? It
Maybe.
sounds like a title of a porno. I don't know why.
What, $250?
No dollars, just death. I don't know.
That's a
Maybe
dark
not.
ass. That's a dark ass porn. That's a snuff film.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that is definitely a snuff film. Might find it in your Blockbuster if it was around still. But yeah. Says it's the third leading cause of death in the U.S.
Medical mistakes are the third leading cause of death? Wow.
Allegedly, man.
That's unfortunate.
That is. So, you know, are doctors really that smart? No. These motherfuckers know what they're doing, okay?
Doctors. Fuck them.
Who needs them? Fucking getting shit wrong. Charging a lot of money.
Oops.
You know what it was? Is probably their card was declined mid-surgery. So they're like, oops.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, man.
We lost this one.
Yep. He just lost too much blood.
See, you know, you got to get insurance, man.
Yeah.
Your doctor won't kill you.
Make sure he's getting paid.
So you better have cash on hand or don't go into that fucking underneath that scalpel, you know. Because some wrong veins might get clipped.
If you want to have surgery correctly, be rich.
Yeah.
The moral of the story.
Damn it. Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
what's the second fact?
Alright. Okay. I'm just saying, would you try hard for somebody who ain't gonna pay your ass?
Well, yeah, but
If you're a doctor, yeah, you take it.
But
Give everybody the same care.
if you're a doctor though, and it's not everybody has a job in which you have somebody's life in your hands, literally. So
you better pay that motherfucker.
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, you ever heard of locked in syndrome?
Mm-mm. Locked in syndrome?
Yep.
I bet you know what it is.
Yeah. You think I'm about to tell you?
Oh,
Don't
okay.
you?
I
Don't
do.
you think?
I do.
Well, you're right. Well, it's they're like locked in like a coma like state. The only thing so they're totally conscious, but the only thing they can move is their eyes.
Okay, but
So your body is completely paralyzed,
But
but
is
your
it-
mind is conscious.
so this is just what causes this? Locked in disorder? So is it a mental disorder or?
I think it's something that happens after trauma, I think.
Oh. Okay. Like you're just paralyzed with fear almost?
Oh, okay, here you go. It's a rare disorder of the nervous system.
Hmm.
So they're paralyzed in every muscle besides the muscle that controls eye movement.
And lungs, I guess. 'Cause they're breathing, right?
Whoa. I'm talking about, outer pieces.
For lack of a better term, the scientific term, other pieces.
That's what they are, right?
Yeah.
The outside pieces.
Yeah, it's what's it called when you? Oh my goodness, I can't think of it.
What?
Like breathing. Breathing is a subconsciously. That's it.
Yeah, you don't think.
Yeah, you
about
don't
it.
think about it to do it. So everything that you have to all muscles that you have to think about to move don't work except your eyes.
Yep. Pretty much.
That would be the worst.
So it's like a permanent sleep paralysis, almost, kind of. But you're not seeing shit, I guess.
Wow. So is this? So is this just the fact that it exists? Is this the fact? No, I'm just curious. Like, is there more to this? Or you just saying?
I'm just saying it's a creepy ass
Oh, okay. So it is just the okay.
syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Okay.
happened.
Gotcha. Yeah. It is. That was honestly. I can think of very little that would be worse than that.
Yeah.
Especially, what if you had to what if it happened when somebody broke into your house and they start murdering your family or something,
Yeah,
and you're literally just watching it and you physically can't do anything about it.
Mm.
That
You
would
can
be
think about it, but
and watch it.
yeah.
That would be horrible. It reminds me of that.
Damn, you just went to the darkest way it could be.
I know.
There's so many other things though. You
Yeah.
just went straight to it.
I mean, it just the first thing I thought of was that scene in House of Wax. Have you seen House of Wax? With Paris
Oh,
Hilton,
yeah.
about the horror movie.
Mm.
Well, there's a scene where they're friends, and one guy sees his friend sitting at a piano at one of the displays at the wax museum, and he's like, "Oh, you're alive." And he goes over to him and he's like, "Oh, you got," and he's not moving. He's like, "Why aren't you moving?" And he's feeling his face and it's like wax on his face. So he's like, naturally, he's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to get this wax off your face."
Oh yeah.
Well, he
yeah.
started peeling off pieces of his skin. So it was
Yeah.
intertwined with his skin. And so he's literally, and the dude, you could see he starts tearing up at his eyes. He can move his eyes, but he can't do anything or say anything. Why this guy's just digging in his face, And then the actual killer comes behind him and takes a whack at the dude that's digging at the guy's face, but misses him and hits the actual guy that was sitting there and whacked off part of his damn cheek,
Yeah.
And he was alive and feeling all of that. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's just where my mind went.
That's like, I don't know, man.
Like I said,
awful.
yeah, it's up there with the worst things that could possibly happen to you, honestly. You know? That'd be pretty bad.
That'd be like becoming a fucking vampire just to be locked in a coffin and buried. So you're alive for eternity, but you're buried in a box.
Yep.
It's a realistic situation, you know?
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like, did you know that cats are 80%? They're the most likely to eat you.
I thought you were going to say cats are 80% vampires.
No. Yeah. No, like if something happens and there's apocalypse and you can't leave your house, so you like starve to death or something, and you're laying there starving to death, your cat is 80% likely to try to eat you.
Yeah, and they'll do it a lot. A dog would too.
A dog would too.
Wait longer.
Yeah, they would wait a lot longer. Like they'd at least wait till you're dead.
Yeah, half dead. Cat's already chewing on you.
Yeah, it's like, I just have a cold. Why are you eating me? All right. Well, you know what though?
Okay.
This episode is a perfect segue to what will be our Halloween special episode.
It's coming, yeah.
It is, and we're doing something.
It's gonna be us.
We're gonna be telling scary stories. Ooh.
Are you scared?
You scared yet? But yeah. So, anyways, it's gonna be the 26th, I believe, is when it's released. That Thursday before Halloween will be our Halloween special, and it's gonna be special in more than one way.
It'll also be our 50th episode, I believe.
Yep, and our year anniversary. It's been damn near a year since we started doing this. It's crazy.
It's been a wild ride.
Yep, it has. So,
and we haven't gotten any funnier.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. But if you enjoyed this episode and you are looking forward to what's happening on our Halloween special, because we're going to keep on talking about it. We're going to build it up as much as we possibly can. And in the meantime, thanks for listening to the episode. And go follow us on the socials. Everything at The Rapscallions Podcast. Instagram, Facebook, all of the socials, TikTok. And that is definitely a good way to support the show. Just by liking and sharing and enjoying the shit out of this. We
also on Facebook Reels.
Oh yeah, and the Reels. We throw out some Reels every once in a while, so keep an eye out for those. But until next time, peace.
And stay true to your motherfucking self. And don't be a hurt. Leave 5 stars.
Thank you for listening to the Rapscallions Podcast.